My name is Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how to write a resume that demands attention. Do you know how to write a resume that demands attention? Do you? See, here's the thing. Most people have never really been trained on how to write a resume that actually demands attention. And here's the thing. Your resume is like one of the most important pieces of the entire job interview process. Because if you get it really, really right when you write your resume, it sets the tone for the entire relationship. Okay? It creates an enormous amount of momentum in the job interview process. But on the other hand, if you write a resume and you don't write it well, okay, and you don't write it in a fashion that demands attention, then you'll be done before you ever get started. So again, in this video, we're going to talk all about how to write a resume that demands attention. And here's the best part, even if you're not a very strong writer, okay, I'm going to show you what you can do immediately to write a great resume that demands attention. Let's talk about it. Okay, so now before I jump really deep into this, okay, I need you to do me a big favor, okay? Please don't use this information for evil, okay? And when I say that, what I'm saying is that I never want you to lie, exaggerate, or embellish, okay, when you're writing your resume, okay? Because if it is discovered that you have lied, exaggerated, or embellished when you write your resume, you lose instant credibility. Okay. And so listen, the things that I'm going to share with you, someone can use it for really, really good, or someone can use it for really, really bad. Okay. And so please just be cool about it. Okay. I'm going to give you some great information. I promise you, you're going to get a tremendous amount of value out of this video, but just make sure you're cool about the information. All right. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Okay. So let's start here. I always like to start with the problem. The biggest challenge you're going to face when it comes to your resume is obscurity, okay, which is the state of being unknown, inconspicuous, or unimportant, okay? And so here's the deal, okay? When you write your resume, okay, regardless of how good or how bad it is, okay, the reality is your biggest challenge is always going to be obscurity, okay? And here's the thing, here's what makes it so dangerous, okay? Because that's your biggest challenge is obscurity. But once you do a good job of getting past obscurity and actually getting attention for your resume, here's what you need to understand. You're at another big disadvantage. Okay. And the other big disadvantage is that you have a very short window of time to make an impact with your resume, which is why it's so important that your resume is well written and written in a way that it just pretty much demands attention. See, the idea here is that you want to use some of the secrets and strategies that I'm about to share with you to position your resume as a weapon of mass effectiveness. Okay, you want it to be a weapon of mass effectiveness. You want when somebody takes a look, once you come out of obscurity and they come in contact with your resume, you want them to read your resume and be like, oh my God, this is the person that we're looking for. Okay. And see, but what you got to understand is you have to see the world as it is and not the way that you want it to be. Okay. So again, we know that obscurity is the biggest challenge, but here's the second biggest challenge that you really need to be aware of. Okay. That small window of time. So according to the ladders, they say that the average recruiter and the average hiring manager takes 6.25 seconds to actually make the fit, no fit decision. Now, what that means is that they're going to look at your resume for about 6.25 seconds and they're going to say this person is either a match or they're not a match. Okay. And you need to understand that because nobody's going to read a whole bunch of resumes. Okay. Because here's the other thing. Here's another statistic that you may want to know about. According to Glassdoor, okay, they say the average job that is posted on a major job board is going to receive approximately 250 resumes. Out of that 250 resumes, only 4 to 6 of those people are going to be selected to actually be interviewed. And out of that 4 to 6 people, only one person is going to receive the offer. Okay. Now, the scary number in there is really the second part of it, which is only 4 to 6 people are going to be selected. That means that 95% of that 250 people aren't even going to get considered, aren't even going to get an interview where they can actually share the value that they can add in that particular position. Now do you understand why it's so important that your resume is well written and well positioned to demand attention? Because you got that short period of time. You got to get out of obscurity, and you got a short period of time to capture their attention. Okay, so what I'm about to share with you are 5 secrets that you can use immediately to write a resume. That's going to teach you how to write a resume that demands attention. Let's start with secret number 1. Secret number 1 is that you must understand the number 1 guiding principle of all success in the job interview process. Okay? And here's the thing. You need to understand this before you write a single word on your resume. Now, do you know what the number 1 principle of all success in the job interview process is? Probably not. Let me tell you. The number 1 principle, guiding principle of all success is that they are looking to solve problems. Full stop. That's it. Okay? That's it. There's no other reason. Listen, the only reason on God's green earth why any company would ever hire someone is to solve problems. That's it. Now, why is it so important for you to understand this before you write a single word on your resume? Because here's the problem. 99% of the people that go into the job interview process go into it with the mindset of me, 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 me. They're thinking everything is about them. Okay? But see, the problem with that is that the company doesn't care about you. Until, and that's the key word, until they feel that you are the solution that they're looking for. Okay? And that process starts with your resume. You understand? Right? See, until they see your resume and until they see the value in your resume, they don't care what you want. They don't care that you hate your job. They don't care that you feel like you're underpaid. They don't care that you hate your boss. They don't care about none of that. Okay? Until they look at your resume and they're like, oh my God, here goes the person we're looking for. You understand that? So that's the first thing. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to filter everything that you put on your resume through the mindset of they are looking to solve problems. So you need to be laser focused on positioning yourself as the solution to the problems that they're looking for. Secret number 2. Your resume is an advertisement, keyword, advertisement of your background, not an overview of your background. Okay? See, this is where a lot of people blow it. Okay? Even people that pay to get their resumes professionally written don't even realize that a lot of times even that is a waste of time, because it can be a waste of time. Let's put it that way. Even paying for someone to do your resume that doesn't understand really how the process works, it could be a waste of time. You may just have a well-written resume that's still off the mark. Okay? So here's what I want you to understand. You have to look at your resume as an advertisement, not as an overview of your experiences. Okay? So many people look at it as an overview of their experiences, so therefore they end up trying to write a one-size-fits-all resume, right? So they'll write their resume to the best of their ability, giving vague explanations or overviews of their background, and then they'll take that resume and submit it all over the town. Okay? And so essentially they end up trying to use kind of like a one-size-fits-all approach to their resume. But see, what they don't understand is that by taking that approach with your resume, essentially what that does is that makes you're trying to be for everybody, which essentially ends up making you be for nobody. You understand? So yeah, and here's the great thing. It still works in some instances because, listen, man, we live in a world of good enough, right? You really actually only have to be good enough to get a job, right? So what I'm trying to do in this video is teach you how to demand attention, teach you how to write your resume in such a fashion that everything stops when they see your resume. Okay. And the way that you do that, you can't do a one-size-fits-all resume. You have to really specialize, right? Your resume needs to be for that particular company to help them solve their particular problems. And so when you're writing your resume, you need to look at it as an advertisement, right? You got to look at yourself as a candidate, but more importantly, you have to look at yourself as a product. Okay, so imagine that when you're writing your resume, that the company has all these problems that they're looking to solve. Okay, and then what you want to do with your resume is you want to advertise the skills, accomplishments, and the experience that you have that pretty much positions you as the person who could solve those problems that they have, right? And so you pretty much want to market yourself as a product. You want to advertise yourself as a product. See, if you look at yourself as a product and you look at your resume as an advertisement of your product, which is you, then what ends up happening is you end up better positioning yourself on your resume to show your value to that particular employer. Okay? Secret number 3. Okay? This is a test where using a cheat sheet is highly recommended. Okay? It's highly recommended. So what do I mean when I say cheat sheet? You know, my mentor told me this over a decade ago. Okay? He said, you gotta be tough if you're gonna be stupid. You gotta be tough if you're gonna be stupid. Now, what does this mean? This means that, you know, there's an easy way and there's a hard way to go about doing things, right? The hard way when it comes to writing your resume is to take that general approach, is to go about writing your resume by just doing like a very high level overview of the skills and accomplishments that you've gotten over the years, right? The easy way to go about it is to use the cheat sheet that they have given you in the job description. Listen, when you see a job description online or wherever you see it, you need to understand that somebody, 9 times out of 10, the hiring manager, him or her, took time out of their day to really organize their thoughts and put down on paper the problems that they're looking for this position to solve. It is a cheat sheet. It's like, dude, this is what I want. And if you give it to me, I'll gladly give you money to solve these problems for me. Okay? So when you write your resume, okay, and you understand that if you want to write a resume that demands attention, that you have to specialize with your resume, right? That you have to advertise with your resume, right? Then what you got to do is use the job description, aka the cheat sheet. Okay, it is highly encouraged that you use the cheat sheet and that you use that cheat sheet to align your resume and draw out the experiences that you have that align with that resume. Obviously, again, without lying, exaggerating, or embellishing. Okay, but you gotta use the cheat sheet. They're telling you exactly what they're looking for. You don't gotta get caught up in the maze, right? It's just like this picture right here. The hiring decision maker is like, look, this is what I'm looking for. You don't gotta get lost in the maze, my friend. Secret number 4. Now this is big, okay? I call this principle the importance of first half excellence. And so I actually kind of discussed this in my book, The Ugly Truth About Getting Hired, How to Land a Job or Your Dreams Regardless of the Competition. But I'm going to go ahead and break down this because this is so vitally important, okay? You got 6.25 seconds. Remember that, right? In 6.25 seconds, the best that a recruiter or the best that a hiring decision maker can do is essentially skim your resume. And mostly all they can really skim is the first half of the first page of your resume. So what first half excellence is all about is it's talking about the first half of the first page of your resume, and you want to make sure that that area of your resume is highly aligned with what they're looking for, that it is keyword rich, and that it just stands out, right? And so what I like to tell people, what you want to do here is you want to create what is considered the thank God effect, right? You want them, when they see the first half of the first page of your resume, that they look at it and they say, thank God, we found the person that we're looking for, right? So when you look at this, imagine that this is my resume, right? This is a sample version of my resume. So my resume actually looks like this, but it's a little bit different. But imagine that I was about to apply for let's say an executive recruiting director role or something like that. Okay. So look at this. Look at how I position this. Let's start here. You need to have a headline. Okay. It amazes me how many people write their resumes and don't have a headline, right? You need to have a headline of who you are. Experienced executive recruitment leader. If I'm going for a director of, executive recruitment role, listen, boom, right here, right out the box. Okay. I've passed the test for the 6.25 seconds. Right there, because because I put a headline. Okay. And if you don't want to say some bold statement like that, I always just recommend just put the title of the role that you're applying for up there. Right. But regardless, you need to have a headline. Okay. Then after you have a headline, you want to have a 30-second pitch. That's what I call this area. Right. It's like a super small summary. It should be a 30-second pitch that pretty much is very clear, very concise, and very compelling that you are the person that they're looking for. And again, using your cheat sheet, you can actually draw out some things in this area. Okay. Then after that, you want to make sure that you focus on the actual technical skills that they're looking for. Right. And so this is where you're able to work in a lot of the key words that they're looking for that you actually have the background in. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So you look right here, full desk recruiting, business development, contract negotiations, cold calling subject matter expert. All these different things are things that I know are important skills in the executive recruiting space, right? So I want to put it on my resume. And then after that, here's the big one, right? Your recent experience. Okay. Listen, all of your areas of experience are important, but listen, when it comes to first half excellence, this very first job that you put up here, you want to make sure that it is as aligned as humanly possible with what it is that they're looking for. Okay. And so if you see here, I put a line, I underlined the company and the time that I've been there, right? Because it's easy on the eyes. When you glance and remember, they're skimming in that 2.5 seconds, right? In that 6.25 seconds. So when they scan, they're going to see the company there, and then right up under it, they're going to see the title that I had, executive recruitment manager. And then right next to that, they're going to see that it's a privately held company with 11 to 50 employees. That information is vital. Okay. And then under that, I actually give like a little summary of the actual company that I was working for. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is a sample. This isn't exact. I just did this up for an example purpose. Okay. These are the 4 key things that you need to have like really well aligned in the first half of the first page of your resume. Okay. You do that. Boom. You're demanding attention. Okay. Now, secret number 5. Okay. And this is the last one, right? Your resume needs to essentially tell a story of progression. Okay. How did you become the ideal candidate that you are today? See, when you do that first half excellence, that's going to set the hook right there. That's going to set the hook. They're going to be like, whoo, thank God I finally found the right person, right? But the rest of your resume and the rest of your work experience, you need to do a great job of outlining your path of progression. Matter of fact, those other positions that you have on your resume should tell a story of you being a winner, of you being someone who has progressed in your career, of you being someone who knows how to add value and get things done. You understand? That's what you have to be able to do. And if you do these 5 things, I promise you, listen to me, I promise you, you're going to write a resume that demands attention. Okay? I promise you. I'm an executive recruiter. I look at resumes every single day. Okay. And I'm telling you, you do these 5 things and you will exponentially improve your odds of writing a great resume that demands attention, that you can't just go by, that you can't just push to the side. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Okay. Now that you understand how to write a resume that demands attention, what if I could show you a step-by-step formula for not only just writing a killer resume, but being able to exponentially improve your odds of having massive success in every single phase of the job interview process? Would that be something you'd be interested in? And how about this? What if I was willing to show you how to do it absolutely free? Give you a step-by-step formula absolutely free. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, that's exactly what I'm prepared to do for you. I want to give you free access to a platform that I've created called Interview Prep University. It is a free virtual training platform that is designed to teach you how to exponentially improve your job interview skills at every single phase of the job interview process. Now, in this actual free virtual training platform, you're going to get 5 different courses that are designed to help you improve your skills. The first course is going to be a resume writing course that's going to teach you how to systematically position yourself as the ideal candidate by optimizing your resume. And so again, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process to do that. In the next course, you're going to learn, in the interview scheduling course, you're going to learn how to proactively find and schedule job interviews in less time. In the telephone interview course, you're going to learn how to avoid the major pitfalls that cause most people to fail during a telephone interview. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how to overcome that. I prep people to overcome the odds in telephone interviews every single day, pretty much. Okay. In the on-site interview course, this is probably the most valuable course in the entire platform. Okay, I'm going to show you how to ace your interview and eliminate most of your competition from the moment that you arrive to the interview and step out of your car. I'm going to show you how to crush it when you go inside for that interview. Okay. And then lastly, okay, the compensation course. I'm going to give you some ideas of some strategies that can help you dramatically improve your odds of getting top dollar if you're the candidate that's actually selected for that job. Okay. And here's what I want you to understand. Okay. This is 100% free. So if you want to get immediate access to it, all you have to do is go to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Again, that's www.interviewprepuniversity.com, and you'll be able to get immediate access to this extremely valuable platform absolutely free. Okay. Now listen, I hope you got great value out of this video today. If you did, please like this video, comment on this video. Tell me what your thoughts were. Did you find it to be helpful? I really hope you did. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. Okay. I'm going to be dropping content on a regular basis. It's hashtag career strategies. That's my channel. Okay. Or you can look it up by the search box by putting in hashtag career strategies, or you can look up Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.